Aspiring Innovators takes students through a process, and that's a design process where they identify a topic, they figure out what they're passionate about, they think about the specific things that they want to work on for an entire semester. And then we kind of transition when the class starts to identifying a problem within that topic. We call it the frame and focus phase. So they kind of frame out the landscape that they want to focus on, maybe kind of explore the landscape for a little while and then really focus in on one specific part of the landscape, and that's maybe what they end up choosing to work on.
I've always been really passionate about reading. I've always loved to read. I read, when I was little, I read for hours and hours and hours every single day. I just love reading so much. So it was like, why not base a passion project on that? So I focused on that, and then I kind of looked at other reading apps, and I was like, I really want to communicate with other people about my love of reading. So that's kind of how it started. For my app, it's called Read Alike. I wanted to focus on the community and personalization aspects. So I wanted to create a place where you can talk to others about specific books that you like. So that was kind of what my app was based on. So you can slide and meet other people on your app. And then I also wanted it to be personalized to where you can actually find books based on what interests you put on that app.
My project was a film, a little documentary on the women of Kansas City jazz. I like film. I wanted to do something about that. And then I realized we're in the hub of jazz is Kansas City. It's a jazz city, but I also wanted to represent women who are constantly don't have enough representation. So I wanted to mix those together, and I realized a documentary would be the best way to do that.
The client partners piece is really what this class is unique and talks about more than just, hey, I did this cool real world project, but actually pairing them up with people or companies that they can work with and learn from and build those extra skills like communication and thinking a bit more of the professional environment as opposed to, hey, I just feel like I'm in school on a normal, typical day. We want them to get outside of the building and have those meetings and those communication attempts with their clients.
We had trouble finding somebody to actually share my first prototype with, the first month of design thinking, and then we finally were able to reach out to them, and then we just planned a date for us to go out there at the end of January. I was really nervous at first, but they were really welcoming at first, and then the first thing that we did, we went on one of their Crema big meeting calls, their conference calls, and I kind of just shared with their whole entire team kind of what my app was about, and then the rest of the day I kind of learned about their design and development world.
Well, the thing I love about the class is that we get to guide them through the process and help them learn kind of the mindset that they need to bring to the project, the skills that they need to learn as they go through the project, and the steps that they go through in these different phases. But for them, they get to direct every single aspect of where they go when it comes to, okay, Mr. Blanton gave me this specific client and has given me an opportunity to connect with them. Now I have to go do the work.
It was more about just finding these people who have the same interest as me, and then just finding their social media, their email to contact them. And I got to go see these people perform, especially J Love. She's an artist that was in my documentary. I got to see her perform multiple times. She's incredible. I got to meet a lot of new people through this.
So the Spotlight is an event where we tell students, this is your opportunity to share all the work you've been doing with your client partners and coming up with solutions to these how might we questions with the community. They sometimes present, sometimes they will show videos that they've created, but it's just a chance for them to really say, this is what I've accomplished, here's the impact that I've had on my community and in my own personal journey through this process.
It was really fun walking around and seeing everybody and then seeing other people present on the main stage.
I think the showcase is a fantastic way to show it off to family, because just me talking, I can't explain what LEAD is all about. Seeing the projects do that.
I'm so glad I came here just for the project-based learning and the self-directed learning. I'm so happy I came here.